We are live. What's up, Mr. Chandler?
What up, dude?
We are live
I
Friday,
am
December
alive. I
19th.
was sick as fuck this week, so that was not a good week.
Getting sick sucks, bro. It's like the worst thing ever. I actually got a cold and then my kid's sick. Dude, I never got sick and then you have a kid and then they get sick and you get
Every
sick
day.
as well. And then my fiance's sick and so yeah, it sucks. Thank God for Advil though, dude. You just pop some Advils and you feel
Dude,
better and some coffee.
bro, on Sunday, I literally lay down on my floor, not on my floor, on my bed, for fucking like 12 hours, 13, like the whole day. I woke up and I just laid down on the floor like this and just laid down. I don't think I moved the entire fucking day.
Somebody said I thought last week was the last one this year. I thought it was too, but we decided we were going to do it. We got 30 minutes, so we're just going to run through it. Bro, talk to us about marketing. How's Facebook doing right now in this
Dude,
cold month of December?
yeah, funny you ask. I've been actually seeing like it's still doing pretty well. Like I mean, obviously, like cost per CPMS are a little higher, so cost per lead's gone up a little bit. Like where we
Yeah.
were about in the mid 70s, now we're in like the mid 80s for all of our clients. A little like
Hmm.
80, 85 to 90. We're like
Yeah.
75, 80. So we went up about like $10 overall. But I'd say like quality of leads still seems to be about the same. Like I just was talking to one of my clients. Lead came in on December 4th. He just locked it up today and assigned, or not just locked it up, but just locked up and assigned it for 50K. So I mean,
Nice.
you know, I mean that's of course like I don't have every single person's information
I
on how.
thought I thought Meta was supposed to suck in December.
I
Isn't it
think that,
supposed to be it's supposed to be worse,
dude.
right?
Well, what I will say historically, all marketing sucks ass in Q4, no matter
Yeah.
what you do. But no, it's
Yeah.
honestly I haven't seen it be like that bad. Like I was expecting to be way worse,
Hmm.
and this year even I watched Jeremy Haynes, which he's like one of our marketing like gurus that we watch all the time, and he
Yeah.
said he hasn't seen any of the normal Q4 drop off like he usually does. Like it's not been as much, and I would say the same. Like it hasn't really changed too much. Like at least for costs. Like if anything, I'm actually better. Like for
Yeah, it's because everybody's just putting people are still spending money. They're just spending money on credit cards right now.
yeah.
So I saw a statistic the other day that it was like 78% of, and it might not have been 78%, but it was high, 70s, 80s, of people that bought things on Black Friday bought it with the pay buy now, pay later.
Oh, the
Like the
Affirm or Klarna or
I don't
whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's
Dude,
a that's a broke people thing, buying shit on Amazon on
bro,
layaway, but I guess you could do it. And so yeah, so
actually, it's
apparently
crazy that because I mean, when I went the first time I ever heard about the buy now pay later is like when I went to South America. I didn't know like I guess they had installments down there like 3 years ago. Like you could
oh
buy it
yeah, no,
for
that's
installment.
crazy. No, they do everything, bro, on installments. You can go to a restaurant here and you can buy something for $100. They could fuck, dude, $20 and you could break it up into 3 payments.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
crazy.
it's crazy, bro. It actually is, but I think it's becoming a lot more common. I did a like I don't do I know you do webinars all the time for like your
Hmm.
coaching business, but like about a year ago I did like a webinar and then sold like a 1 week challenge or like a 4 day challenge or whatever for like a
Yeah.
thousand bucks. And um out of like half the people bought it with buy now pay later.
Like funding, not like it's just breaking up into monthly payments, right?
Yeah, it just broke. It was like it's called Klarna, but it just broke it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just started using we started using it for
You
our
split it?
coaching as well.
You split it?
Split it is stupid, bro. Split it is like it's like, oh well, you have the credit card limit available. Why don't you just use your credit card? You know what I mean? I guess it's like less interest. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know how any of that
Wait,
stuff
what are
works,
you
but
using? Klarna?
yeah, Elective, Klarna. There's like one other one that we have, but yeah, funding debt is more common now than ever, and I believe like I mean, dude,
There-
let's
There's
not even
consumer.
let's not assume. Let's look it up.
I actually
So
seen the chart, at least from someone who showed me to me like last year, and it was the fucking highest it's ever been consumer debt.
let's see consumer debt chart. Let's look it up.
I'm pulling it
I'm
up.
gonna find it.
We'll find it first.
Consumer debt chart. Wow. I mean,
I should
I'm
find
looking
this
at a
from
bunch of
the
them.
Federal Reserve Bank of New York.
None of them look good, bro. None of them look
They're all
good.
going up and to the right, which is usually not the way
Con-
you want to go.
Consistently, yeah. It's just been an all-time high. It's funny, it started to dip after 2009. So like around 2015 there was like a little bit of a rally.
Probably because no
And
one
then
credit.
yeah, that's a good point. That should happen again. Like that that should be a thing again like right now. I feel like they should not give so many people credit cards that can't pay them because eventually this has to come down. Like I don't know about next year. I hope it doesn't because I'm buying a bunch of real estate right now, buying a bunch of houses. So I hope the market they're all going to cash flow, so it's not that big of a deal. But and I'm going to buy them with equity. Like I'm putting equity into them, and then I'm also buying them at discount. So they should all have like 40 to 50% equity in them.
Yeah.
But still, it would suck. It sucked to have all your houses go down, in value, like right when you start like really cranking up the rental game again.
Yep.
So hopefully that doesn't happen next year.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next year. It's gonna be an interesting. I'm trying to find a good fucking chart of this.
I think it's a good year to get rich as fuck. That's what I think, man.
Yeah, I think there's never a
we're
bad year to get rich as fuck.
we're hitting the ground running. So we have already spent 20 grand on direct mail, like dropping in January. No, we spent 15 so far, dropping in January. So that's gonna hit right away. And then obviously our PPC, we're gonna continue to turn up. I'll tell you our strategy if you want to talk strategy going into.
Let's go strategy, bro.
So this last year, one of the big things that we did was we talk about this a lot, going from a one market to multiple. And I think we went too big. You know, we were like, oh, let's go into multiple markets. So then we used to run these campaigns. We call them beta markets, and so we would test 10 not like beta male markets like like see our beta markets are Seattle, San Francisco.
John's like, where's it easy to get deals? Because I'm not good at sales.
Yeah, well, I would say Denver, Colorado is a beta male market, so
Yeah.
we would go. No, our beta markets were like our markets that we were testing. So we would just test we would do these beta markets, and then we would have our main markets that we knew we wanted to continue to double down in, like SoCal, Birmingham, Atlanta. And so what we realized is the beta markets, it's not really worth it. Just they were too sporadic, and so like you might as well just go. I think you do need a balanced market. So if you're all in on a market like SoCal, and the market changes pretty drastically, or the buyers start to dry up, like you do have to have some sort of contingency plan.
Yeah.
But we went way too big, and so now we're really focusing on two markets, which I'm just going to be buying rentals in, and then our two cash flow markets, which are SoCal and Atlanta. And those are going to be the markets that are. I mean, I'm also buying rentals in Atlanta as well. I'm closing on one in a couple of days here.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's the strategy going into this next year. And then in the markets that are like the low cost markets, we're not running PPC there because then you get a bunch of these $80,000 ARV homes that you can't even buy. Like they need 80K of work and they're $80,000. So we're mailing those markets that have the lower cost homes, so we can only mail the high cost homes. And then in markets like SoCal and Atlanta, where you can basically just market everywhere. Like if you get a deal in those markets, it's a deal.
Yep.
We're doing our PPC campaigns there. So that's my strategy going into next year, and I will keep you guys updated on how this strategy plays out because I've been a one market pony for the last 3 years until this year. So we'll see how it goes.
I think that whenever we opened up a new market, we just went full into like one. We just we're just gonna go here and figure out how to make it work. And I think that definitely worked a lot better because it's kind of like starting a new marketing channel. Is like that was like at least my idea with it. It's like how much effort do you have to put in to start to make a marketing channel work? It's like usually a pretty good bit. So
yeah,
kind of the same with like a market. To at least do it.
Have you noticed how the difference between guys that end up scaling to, 6 and multiple six figures per month and the guys that end up getting stuck is their like commitment to making a channel work? And so the guys that are always stuck at like the 10, 15, 50K per month range, they're changing their marketing channel like every quarter, like completely. Like they try way too many. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna do this one, and then this one's not working. So they think of it more of like, oh, I'm gonna try 5 different channels, and I'm gonna pick the one that works the best. And that was what we were trying to do with markets. Like it doesn't work that way. Pick a marketing channel that you know works, and then double down on it. Because like, how many things could you improve on a Facebook ad? Like if somebody is like, hey, I do Facebook, like how many different things could you improve to make it better?
Oh, dude, like
Rattle them off.
well, the colors, the actor, the headline, the hook, the body, the editing. I mean, the primary text, the landing page, the follow-ups. I mean, there's like a fucking billion, right?
See, and there are some people that literally run one creative on Facebook and they just go, oh, well, Facebook doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Or they get and they get like 10 leads and like that. Or the worst culprits are the ones who like that you what's your ROI? Okay, I'll give you this. I was talking to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, I really want to do $1 million profit next year. I was like, okay, cool. Like, what'd you do this year? Like, how much profit are you making right now? He's like, I don't know. I was like, okay, cool. So like, you don't know how much you're fucking making, and you want to make $1 million. That's your first problem. Let's go. Like, how many deals do you do? And we got down to it, and like, he was making money. He wasn't losing money. He's successful. And like, as far as like terms go, he has a successful business. And then he's like, and I was like, okay, well, what's your ROI? He's like, I want to fix my marketing. I was like, well, what's your ROI? He's like, what? How do you get to ROI? What is that? I was like, oh my god,
that's crazy.
I was like,
crazy to know as any business owner. That's
at least like not have like a range. Like, how much do you roughly spend to get a deal? How much do you make on a deal? Like to be able to like mathematically be like, well, I don't know. No idea. Zero. Fucking none.
Was there a way to find? Like, did it at least know how to find it?
I mean, like, I was like, well, how much is your cost per deal? He's like, I don't know. How much is your revenue per deal?
But like, could he go into like a spreadsheet and pull it up?
Oh, I mean, I don't think he was capable of it. No. My honest opinion. And I was like, can you? Anyways. And then he was like, yeah. And it was just like, if you don't know these basic things, like you don't even know if your marketing is working. But he wants to fix his marketing, but he doesn't know anything about his marketing. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Like I'm more so like to the people listening. It's like if you don't know the basic numbers for your marketing channel of like what's happening from like your leads, at least how many leads you get, how many appointments you set, how many offers you give, how many contracts you get, how many deals you close, what's your deal size per channel. If you know that, then at least you can make a decision about like what's going on. So
yeah. So somebody was asking, how would you break down? Well, we have a couple of questions. So Sergio said, when you do novations, are you sending the contract before even agreeing on price? No. Why would I do that? Novation King walks them through contract to explain details. Yeah. So the second thing I agree with. The first thing, absolutely not. So what we do is we lock them in on price. We say, all right, price is good. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to type up the agreement. And then from there, I'm going to walk you through the next steps. Now, stay on the phone because I'm going to have questions for you. So that way they're not just like, oh, send it over. I'm like, no, stay on the phone. We're going to have questions for you. And then so once we do that, we send it over to them and we review the entire agreement step by step. Yeah, you should never spray and pray your agreements. You're never going to, your close rate will go up, I would say 5 to 10% just by going over the agreement with the seller.
Yeah. Like 5%, like 10 to 15%.
Yeah, exactly. Not like 5% of the ones you're selling, like your actual overall close rate. All right. So YouTube ads, deal source. Oh, dude, somebody said my biceps are looking big. Thanks. I got a new camera, so now you can see. Now you can see how big they actually are, just because my camera's in HD. You guys didn't know I was jacked. Fucking jacked. All right. Can you run the math on doing 500K of profit Yeah, I'll let Chandler go first, and I'll do mine because ours are probably going to be different calculations. But yeah, go ahead, Chandler.
Totally like how you set up your business.
Yeah.
Because some
How would
people
you do it?
yeah, I mean, how would I do it?
Yeah, 500K profit a year.
Yeah, 500K profit a year usually means you're doing probably like 750K in revenue. You're probably closing pretty much everything. You have a lead manager. You have probably 2 lead man. I would probably have like 2 lead manager. This depends on your skill set being sales, which 99% of us that's what it is. And I'd be probably that 1%. But anyways, then the two appointment setters, one you're grooming into a closer. You have a dispo admin. You might be doing dispo, you might have a dispo person, but and then you're doing some inbound marketing channels. That would pretty much be the setup. So like 5% to one of your lead managers, maybe paying them like a 2K base, something like that. 3K base, 3% commission, something like that. And then you have a couple admins, and that's, yeah, I mean, you're spending pretty much all your money on marketing.
Yeah, I could show you like I'll show you.
You got it on Excel already, bro? Jesus.
That's what I was about to do. Can you see?
You can make a little Excel math.
So realistically, I mean, let's just say it's $80,000. Let's say this is revenue. So this is your marketing spend. So if you had your marketing spend, let's say at a 5x, right? So you're spending $20,000. Yeah, let's say 15 actually.
Yeah.
So 15,
75.
and then we're gonna do revenue. So we're gonna do times 5. So that's 75K. And then you're gonna have. This is kind of where it gets like, if you have an acquisitions, that means that now you're paying 1% to them. Depends on how active you are in the business. If you have a dispo, now you're talking about 0.075 to them, right? And then let's say that for your admin, Jesus, dude, you're blowing out the mics over here. So you have an admin, and then you're like your software.
I have a whole projection sheet for this if you want me just to show it.
I do too. I use this. So this is what I use. So this will tell you. So this is actually not necessarily for profit. This is for take home, like how much you can actually take home after tax, after reinvesting back into marketing, after putting money into reserves, and after putting money back into OpEx. So like if your OpEx is like roughly $8,000. So let's look at like bigger businesses now. You're doing 175K a month. Like realistically, you could pull $26,000. Like this is what you'd be able to pull, and then still stack 43 grand back into next month's marketing, 21 grand back in reserves, pay $8,000 for your OpEx for the next month. Like this is what this is the way that I map it out. And this is kind of like a profit first approach. But I was just doing like, math for dummies. Yeah. I would just do this. And so let's say that now that puts your profit at let's do 75,000. Oops, hold on. Just do this. 75,000 minus 15 minus 75 minus boop boop boop. Okay, so we came a little short. Now we're at 41,000. So let's spend 20.
I think that actually is 500K if you 42.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fucking math for retards. Let's see. If I was trying to get to 50K a month, which is like spending 17. This is like if you wanted to have an actual business, you wanted to be the owner.
Maybe. Well, no. I mean, I think if you you can get here and work a lot more, but if you're gonna be here and like just chill there, that's probably gonna be what your business looks like.
Yeah. Also, you could just do 50K a month by spending 10 and making 60 or making 70 and just not having any employees. Like that's the easiest way. So there's a million different ways you could do it, but if you wanted to run like an actual business, that would be the way to do it. But you don't need to. Like, dude, fuck. If you're in a high cost market, you're just talking about one closed deal per month. You know.
Yeah, literally, if you're in SoCal, you do one deal a month by yourself, you make 40K net a month, basically.
Yeah. When you do your KPIs, there a tool that extracts your data from Simply to be able to apply your filters and merge in Google Ads data to see all KPIs. Yeah, it's called Hyros, and it's a pain in the ass.
I don't like
You're
Highway. Do you use it?
for coaching, not for wholesaling. I will say this though, you're Sergio, you're looking way too granular, bro. Like I've done that where I'm like, oh, I want to see which campaign is, or like which keyword is bringing me the highest cost per closed deal. And maybe when you start getting to like 500K, a million a month in ad spend, start going that granular. But bro, like,
I think it matters, like, if you're spending like 5-10K a month, do it like once or twice a year, you know?
yeah, you could look at that stuff. But honestly, look at your cost per lead, and then your cost per appointment, cost per offer, cost per deal as an overall whole with PPC. You don't have to go that granular, dude. This is the most important question though. Would you rather have Chandler's athleticism or John's biceps? This
Well,
is
dude,
this
you
is
see my biceps, bro? I know
this
that
is
my
the
looks.
most. No, this is the thing though. Is Chandler's athleticism? You have to be on a mountain to be able to see it. Like you have to give him something that he can run up. You know what I mean? Like
Bro,
if I'm on how often am I on a mountain? Like I'm not on a mountain 99.99% of my life. So I'd rather have my biceps and I'd rather look big, even if I'm not as athletic as
Okay,
Chandler.
okay.
So
I
my
do have a
return
question.
is better.
Okay, if we had to do a max bench, what do you think you could bench right now, just dead off the street?
Fuck. I have no idea.
I know bench is not really like, it's not really like.
I said surgery on my nose, so I can't bench at all right now.
Well, it's 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago.
Dude, I was putting up 225 for like 7 or 8. So I don't know what that would max me out at.
I'd say if I had to say, based on whenever I was benching a lot, I'd bet you do
275, somewhere around there.
225. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I did 225 like 17 times, and I did 315. So
you benched 225 17 times?
Yeah, and then I did 315.
All right. Well, I'm going to be able to lift. I'm going to be able to lift in 4 weeks. So we should have one of our lives. Let's just go live. And
okay, can I tell you the last time I benched was 2 years ago, probably.
Well, that's when you did your 225 for 17 reps.
No,
I used to do a lot more too.
I was like 20.
Oh, bro, you're talking about all-time maxes?
Yeah. I was like,
dude, when I was in high school, I benched way more, bro. I thought you were talking about right now, dude.
No, now I bet I could do 4 sets of 225, 4 reps of 225, 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah, no. The high school, bro, I was jacked as shit, bro. I used to take steroids. I was like, yeah, I took those dumb as shit, but I took TRT in freaking high school.
Oh,
I was like,
you definitely
that was my job back then, bro. I was getting jacked.
Yeah. I was not jacked.
But then
I wrestled one.
I joined. Oh, dude, I was like 220 in high school, and then I joined the Marine Corps. And when I went through recon selection, I was like 168 because you barely eat and you're freaking running all the day. So I'll pick biceps because people think that I'm stronger than Chandler, even though he's more athletic.
No, John's definitely still stronger than me, but I'd still kick his ass.
Well, it depends what you're talking about. Wrestling, you would fuck me up, but we should find out.
I would love to fight you, bro. You want to fight?
Bro, you realize I've been boxing for like 6 years, right? And like consistently. And I did jujitsu for 3.
Yeah, dude, you might be able to choke me out. You might be a little bit more lethal in those ways. Just because I don't really tap you out. I'm terrible at jujitsu.
I would get fucked up if I wrestled you, though. I will say that.
If we wrestled, I would fucking destroy you.
Yeah, no, I know. The wrestlers are just better than jujitsu guys at like being able to dominate them. But
you would probably choke me out in 10 seconds. Like if we got on the ground, you would just immediately choke me out.
It depends if you go to your if you go to your stomach like a lot of wrestlers do. That's where they like wrestlers just naturally they'll just go to their stomach, and it's like the dumbest thing you could do in jiu-jitsu. But also, you're typically pretty good at side control and takedowns, and like if you that's the thing is when you go up against wrestlers, bro, they get you in side control. But anyway, yeah. So we'll have to do that we'll do that in Vegas, and we'll go live on YouTube. And
yeah, we can go live in that. We can move the tables out of the way, and then we can just
I literally. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'm not supposed to do anything for an entire year. That would mess up. That would take a hit to my nose.
Do no CrossFit.
I just had the inside of my nose like entirely like fucking hollowed out so I can breathe. Which isn't happening right now because I'm congested. No. Not yet.
Bedtime lullaby. Also, what's your name? You sent a lot of messages, but 10K or on Facebook or PPC, John? What are you doing?
You're going PPC.
I know you are.
For me, PPC, but also because I haven't tested Facebook. So like you would obviously say Facebook because you've done it, but I've never done Facebook. So
the only thing I like about Facebook is it's just way cheaper than PPC, and so for most people, it makes way more sense.
Yeah,
but PPC, like, it definitely. I mean, you're not like you're fucking lying to yourself. You're saying Facebook's gonna be better quality than PPC. But
really?
You don't think? You think that? I mean, I feel like
I haven't done Facebook with like you or like
it's
some of the guys that are doing it now. When I did Facebook, it was a while ago, and it was like nobody was really taking it seriously like you guys are.
I mean, it's like 15 leads to a deal is pretty consistent. 15 leads to a contract or to a deal.
Like 10 with PPC. A lot of that depends though. On
the provider too.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now, like what is the biggest differentiator is how many leads do you get versus how many people pick up, even if you call them within 3 minutes. We talked about that a while ago. So if you're rich, then PPC.
Yeah, everyone I've talked to is like 15 plus or minus to a contract on PPC. So
yeah.
And then those people, when they move over to Facebook, they're about like 20 plus or minus. So it's a little bit worse quality.
Yeah.
But it's
way cheaper.
But way cheaper, like $50 to $100 a lead, depending on their.
I think if I was only in SoCal, I would be doing Facebook instead of PPC. But I'm in markets,
$10,000 a month on a lead.
For Facebook?
No, for PPC.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I would do Facebook if I was in a market. So if I was in New York, Miami, like the areas around like Connecticut, if I was in SoCal, San Francisco, those markets, I would probably like Bay Area. I'd probably go Facebook because if I was just getting started, because to compete in those markets with PPC is going to be very difficult. So that would be what I would
have a question for you, John, on this. So
yeah,
well, I know you're actually never mind. I'm going to answer it for myself. What I was thinking about was like, why do people use the higher cost channels? And it's because you can spend a lot more money on them usually, because like at a certain point in time, you're going to tap out on certain marketing channels. But
I don't know about that. I think for me, it's the fact that it's a lot easier to scale because you don't have to take so much time like sifting through leads if you can close them. So like you can only spend the money on the high quality leads if you have a really good close rate. If you don't have a good close rate, like you're gonna lose because it's like, all right, your cost per lead is let's say your cost per appointment is $4,000, right? That means that you need to have a 30% close rate to have a cost per deal of $12,000. And that means like you really need a $50,000 average deal size for it to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you went from a 30% close rate to a 10% close rate, now your cost per deal is $30,000 versus 12.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so immediately you're not profitable anymore.
Yep.
That's why I think it makes sense for markets like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think if you don't have a big deal size, like the expensive channels, like you got to have a good close rate and a good deal size and be able to like perform on both. Otherwise you're going to be just burning money for sure. I also,
Yeah.
I don't know. One of my buddies, I don't know if you met him in Miami, but he presented at the Miami event. But he does about like 300 to 350 deals a year in Florida.
Yep.
And
I know the guy.
he said his PPC ROI went from 4.67 range last year to like 3.1 for this year. And
Did he hire new acquisitions?
I mean, I know he did at some point, but that was like he said he saw that over across the board as he was doing his data research for the year, which is
I
interesting.
bet.
I bet his lead to contract went up.
Yeah, I would.
Lead to deal,
I would.
sorry.
I would imagine that it had something more to do with sales, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Then, but let's see. We had some other questions. Yes, please show me the math and the marketing channels. Of what? What did he say earlier?
Well,
Pick
there's a lot
one.
of things in here.
I don't know if he's talking about math and marketing channels. Quaid, yeah, email me because that's my assistant checks my email and she could help you out with that. You guys have a decision tree for the sales process for a lead manager from Egypt. I'm kidding. I'm convinced these guys are retarded, man. Like I can't train these guys for my life. Here's the thing, bro, with Egyptians, and I know people will disagree with this, but they struggle to understand American humor and sarcasm, and that is a big part of sales. Is you need to be able to lower people's resistance with humor and like playful tonality. They struggle with tone a little bit more than like if you're having to translate in your head English to your language to English, focusing on your tone is like the last thing that dude, this guy's comments are hilarious. I just read the other one. So I prefer I'm not gonna read that one out loud. You could.
I know. I know what you're talking
Dude's
about.
dropping the N words on our chat. No hard R's, but
Do
you
we have
know.
the end card? What's happening right now?
What'd you say?
We have the end card. Is that what happened?
I don't know. He would have to give that to us
Yeah.
if he qualifies. But do you guys have a decision tree on the sales process? So dude, it's not a decision tree that you need. Like you need somebody that can actually understand sales and understand how to speak to people and if they're struggling to translate then in their own head, then it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to
Yeah. I'll say this. I just hired two appointment setters. They're both from Canada. And like the first day, they weren't even really like locked on the script yet in the process, but they both set 2 appointments that were quality.
from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like
Canadians.
they're English speakers. I say Canada, it's the same shit as the US. They just happen to be in Canada. But they just speak better English. They have experience. They're the right people. But my point is like they're good at talking to people. They just keep people on the phone.
Yeah.
So
Bedtime Lullaby is voting for you, and Gamer's Life is voting for me. So we should make them fight too.
I honestly think that's a perfect hybrid. He said who would win if we had to run. And it's
oh my god.
I would like destroy John. John and
Yeah, you kidding me, bro? I haven't ran and fuck. I don't, dude. I fight. I don't run, bro.
You do think biceps that big are gonna be able to run? The
Dude,
biceps have legs themselves.
Bro, I'm a cold-blooded American. These Americans don't run, bro. No, you know what's funny is if you had asked me like when was I in the military? 10 years ago? 10, I would have probably I would crush, bro. I used to be able to run. I used to have a 50-pound pack on and would run like 12 miles.
Dude, that's
up the mountain.
Fuck. Yeah. You guys are fit as fuck.
But I was a skinny bitch back then, bro. I was a super skinny bitch.
Could you
like now? No, dude, I couldn't. When I got out of my first time lifting out of the military, my max was like 195 on bench. I weighed like 168, bro. I was so small.
That's still not. I mean, it's not terrible for never working out. All you guys do is cardio, and pull-ups.
Wow. I went from benching like 295 to like 195 in like in the matter of a couple of years.
Yeah.
We need something more personable. Who's a better operator in business? I don't I think we're just good at different things.
Yeah, we are. Like honestly, John is the best at sales and sales management. I have nothing to compete with him on that.
And I don't know marketing. I texted Chandler the other day. Like, he asked me sales questions. I asked him marketing questions.
Yeah,
So
we literally text each other pretty much every day for questions and like, what do you think on this? And so I don't
yeah,
know, but I think we both just respect each other's opinions.
yeah, for sure. And then I'll ask Chandler general business questions too. So like it doesn't
Yeah,
like it doesn't have to be like a sales like a marketing question. I'll just be like, hey, what would you do for this thing?
yeah.
And we'll bounce ideas off each other. So look at these guys trying to turn us against each other because we're
These fucking they're good at it, bro. They're
it
trying.
started with biceps and then it turned into business.
You don't realize how big people's egos get when biceps get involved.
Oh, dude, exactly right. It's funny. All these guys are like, "Oh, John got new tattoos." It's like, bro, I've had tattoos. It's just I have a new camera. Like this shit, you haven't seen it.
What did you get? A Sony?
What's up?
Did you get a
No,
Sony?
it's not. Yeah, I did actually.
Nice. What are a couple good questions to bring the seller from present state to future state and motivation?
So first, find out what they're looking for, and then say, "What are you looking forward to the most?" One of the easiest ways you can get into it. Oh, cool. Like, where are you headed next? I'm going out to Texas. Oh, what are you looking forward to the most about Texas? I'm looking forward to X, right? Oh, what kind of house are you buying? Oh, it's going to be a single family. What are you looking forward to the most about the new house? Oh, a huge backyard. Really? Why is that important? Well, because I've got kids and I want them to run around. Man, how's that going to feel once they're able to do that? Like, those are a couple of questions you could ask.
Yeah.
Sergio asked, I'm learning how to do PPC myself. I'm a computer engineer and it's way easier than coding. So hopefully I succeed. I trust myself more than an agency with so many clients that copy and paste.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chandler, what do you think about that?
Oh man. I mean, a bad agency, of course. Yeah, like a bad agency is basically burning money. But a good agency, the one thing that they are good at is they know what to do and they just can just set it up the right way the first time. Like I'll tell you this, there's so many people who like go and try Facebook on their own and they just fucking text me or text my team and ask like why their shit's not working, or why their lead quality is bad. And I look at their account, I'm like, well, it's because all this shit's set up wrong. And so it's like, obviously like that's like a big element of the whole marketing piece is like setting it up the right way, because then it becomes easy to manage it, if you set it up the right way. So
Yeah.
I'd say like that's like one piece. Like if I was like gonna try to do it myself, and this is what I did for Facebook when I learned Facebook ads, is I just paid someone to teach me how to set it up, and then they helped me run it for like a couple months, and that was basically
That's smart.
that's what I did, and that way I didn't fuck it up on the setup, but I was able to learn how it worked, why it worked, whatever, and then yeah, go from there. So I mean, if I was you, that's what I would do. But if you don't have that luxury, then yeah, I mean, I would watch a fuck ton of YouTube videos and then try to figure out why it all works.
Bro, I love these guys. I can't lie, Sergio. That has to be the dumbest question. Why would you lead with you're a computer engineer? A literal retard can run PPC. It's all about numbers in, numbers out.
Says wait, I gotta roast you, bro. Says the guy who said 15 leads, $200 a lead, so 2,500 a contract. Nah, bro, that's
Jeez, dude. Man, I don't know if I would I don't know if I'd invest money in this audience right now. Like if this was a Shark Tank, you guys would not get any funds from me. So do you guys get pissed answering the same shit over and over again? We don't, if you notice, like we don't really answer the same shit over and over again. If you ask us a dumb question, we'll either make fun of you or we will tell you that question's probably answered somewhere else. So that's actually one of the reasons why we like to record stuff. Like, Chandler and I both, all the questions, the dumb questions that people ask us, or the questions that people ask us over and over, we have that recorded somewhere for them to go and find.
Yep.
And so, yeah, there was a question that one of you guys asked earlier. It's like, I have an entire video on YouTube about future state that you could have gone and watched. instead of wasting 10 seconds of my life on here.
Gamers, yeah, this chat's kind of fucking hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. PPC, I mean, I don't know enough about PPC to be like, yeah, it's that easy. I've audited some accounts. I know how to audit PPC accounts because it's not very complicated once you like to run it. But setting it up, like what keywords, all the ads, kind of like just technical BS you have to figure out, and then like figure out your strategy. Exact word match, phrase match, broad match. Like, how do you want to do it? Obviously there's certain things that work better, and then like what's like a normal pacing that the account.
Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry, but bedtime lullaby. Before you go, I got a question for you. You said you're tired of being broke. How long have you been broke? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chandler. He just said he's going to go, and I was waiting to ask this question. Let me know in the chat. How long have you been broke? You said you were tired of being broke.
that's what he did say. Tired of being broke and doing one deal a month.
I just pray 30K commission check drop so I can spend 10K a month. Okay, well, bro, answer my question. How long have you been broke? Because the point of this that I'm asking is you're obviously not tired enough. Because I will say, like, running a multiple 7-figure business and hiring people and running sales teams and running marketing. Okay, 3 years. Yeah, bro, way too long to be tired to be tired of being broken and not doing something about it. Because at the very end of the day, if you don't have a single dollar to your name, but you just had 100% hustle, you wouldn't be broke. Like, if you just really, really hustled, and even if you didn't have any skills or you couldn't invest in anything, like you just went out and you're just like, you know what? I am going to door knock 100 foreclosures per day, and I'm gonna wake up at this time and leave at this time. Or like maybe you don't have that ability because you have a family and you have kids and you need to work a job. It's like, okay, well, what could I do to get promoted in that job? Can I get a sales job? Like, if I ever was ever really in a tight spot, I would just go get a sales job, and I would just be working like 3 times more than everybody else, and watching whatever the top guy's doing. And that will give you enough money to basically have seed money to start anything that you want to do. You know what I mean? If you just go get a sales job, like you could, and you really grind, give yourself like a little base, like one of those jobs that has a 3K base. Yeah, bro. No matter if you live in Australia. Matt Ryder lives in Australia. Anthony Vazzari lives in Australia. Like these guys that are absolutely crushing it also live in Australia. Man, you guys that have been broke for that long, like there's literally no excuse. You got to just fucking go and start with a sales job that gives you a base and fucking work 3 times harder than everybody else. Quit fucking watching Netflix and quit jerking off and all that other shit that you guys are doing, and just start getting after it. That'll at least get you not broke. I mean, I'm talking about like not broke is like 80 to 120K a year. You should be able to do that. And then you save that money, and then you use that money to go invest in your skill set to be able to go do other stuff. I understand people that struggle in business, like they haven't made their like huge breakthrough, but like some of you guys, when broke for you is like you're living paycheck to paycheck for years. And there's no excuse for that. Like the average salary in the US is $58,000. You can make 20% more than that or double that. There's a lot of people that do that. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I got it.
It's crazy. If I do a deal a month, I might turn from male to female.
If I keep doing a deal a month, I might turn from male to female. I mean, dude, if you're doing a deal a month, you shouldn't be broke either. Like a deal a month that's
what's your deal size? 5K?
Yeah, 25K. You're spending 5. You're taking them 20. Like what,
dude?
Bro, what?
Like, I don't know. I was having a conversation with a guy today, and last year the last like 2 years before this, he's done like 10 to 12 flips a year, and then this year he's doing he did 3 in 2026. And like basically the point was he's like he's like, I don't want to keep doing nothing. I was like, that's what I told him. I was like, you don't do the same thing. You got to change something. And he was like, he was like, well, I don't need to change my marketing. I don't need more leads. And he was like always contradicting back and forth. I was like, well, bro, like what, you got to change something. You did 3 fucking deals. I was like, you know, do you want to just keep doing
Yeah.
that? He's like, no. And the point was like, I was like, well, if you know, and he's like, well, I know my process and I got a process that I do. And I just need to train my team on. I was like, well, dude, your process didn't work if you did 3, like you might have a process that you do, but it's not definitely not a good one if it only did 3 deals and you're spending 3-4K a month, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like you just gotta dive into like what you're doing and like how do you get your deal size from 5 to 10K, from 10 to 15K, 15 to 20K, and just keep moving it up and up and up. And that's gonna be, you know, just like reading the chat. JV's messaging. Yeah.
And be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're just obsessed with that one thing, that's why I don't, when people tell me that they are like, I'm tired of being broke, and I've been absolutely dead broke for that long, I definitely get setbacks. You know what I mean? Like people that, you know, they lose everything, they go into a big lawsuit and things like, I get those sort of things. I don't think that, I think that can happen and you're trying very, very hard to make everything work.
Yeah.
But to not make any forward momentum for years, to me, that I'm like, yeah, you're not obsessed with it. You're not actually trying to make a lot of money. You're not, or at least you're not willing to do what it takes, because there's just so many things. I think the easiest thing is you can get a sales job. You can be mediocre, go get a sales job and make good, decent money, enough to where you can put some money away and invest in yourself.
Yep.
8 hours a day. Yeah, 8 hours a day is not a lot, bro.
Not if you're broke, bro.
Yeah, like
I'll tell you, when I started and we were broke, we worked 7 days a week, every week, and we worked every waking moment of the day. I woke up at 8 a.m. I worked. I went to the gym. I skipped class, and then I worked, and then I went to bed at like 10 o'clock and then did it again. But I worked from, 8 to 10.
I'll net over 100 grand this net profit, over 100 grand this month, and I'm working 7 days this week. Literally, I'm working Saturday and Sunday. Fucking show you guys my calendar. Like 8 hours a day, bro. Come on. Like, what are you talking about? That's what average people work. You're just doing the average. You know what I mean? If you're complaining about being broke and you're like, oh, I'm working 8 hours a day, it's like, yeah, that's what average people do. There's people that work at McDonald's for 8 hours a day and they're also broke. You know, like you got, dude, when I was in debt, I was working until 11 o'clock at night. I was working every single moment of every day, and I didn't have anything. He said, I'm a pussy. I mean, yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I guess. Well, it's not even that you're a pussy, you just don't know the difference, right? And it's like the first, I remember like you, I don't know. I'm sure that whenever you've been around someone who like really works, you fucking see it and you're like, damn, like that guy like puts in work. Like I'm a bitch. You ever been like,
Yeah.
I'm sure like in the military, you saw like the work ethic of other people. You're like, I didn't realize I was a bitch. That guy's a hard worker, but I'm a bitch.
And I saw that. Yeah, I saw that in different ways. But yeah, absolutely,
100%. Seems saw the same thing when I wrestled in school. Like, the guy who was the best on my team, he worked out 3 times a day. This motherfucker worked out 3 times a day, 6 days a week, and that's why he was a national champion. He was a fucking
yeah. One of my buddies runs a huge ass software company, and this dude would wake up at 5, go to jujitsu, work basically all day, and then stop and then go to the gym, and like still on a meal prep, still doing all these things, running a, like, I can't say the exact numbers, but he's 100 times what we do.
Yeah.
And so like, but it's just a different level. And dude, I'll tell you another guy, if you guys know, I have a licensing agreement with Jeremy Miner. That guy works too. Like he really works, well, I know this because he does challenges on like Saturday and Sunday, that guy's not hurting for money. That guy's not broke. You know what I mean? He's not even close. And he hasn't for probably 20, 30 years. And he's still working on weekends. And so, yeah, like I get it. And here's the thing is, I get if you start making enough money to be comfortable, and then you go, okay, well, I'm comfortable I'm not going to work 50, 60 hours a week. Like, whatever, bro. Like, as long as you can provide for yourself, your family, emergencies, if the things come up, like, I don't think you're a shitty human. But I think you're a shitty human if you can't, if you're a liability to other people and you're not willing to work to fix that. That's where I think you really are a shitty human. Because, like, bro, you're if you need money for something, that means now you have to reach out to other people for that. Like, can you imagine something comes up and you're like, oh, now I have to go ask people for money, or something terrible happens. So, um, yeah, I think like you should use that to motivate you, bro.
100%. The one thing you got that no one else has, or a lot of people don't have, is you got the fucking drive, and you have nothing to lose. Like,
I mean, are you guys? Sorry, go ahead, Chandler. Sorry.
Right. I mean, are you guys kind of pissed that wholesaling as a vehicle isn't that high? I don't know. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't. Why would I be pissed? It makes money, you know.
Yeah, like, what's your goal, bro? Is like, so like I just got off the phone with a guy who Chandler sent over, and he just started this year, and he's netting over 150 grand a month. That dude, like,
Yeah,
what do you mean the ceiling's not that high, bro? You're not making fucking
also, like,
10 grand a month.
I want people to be like, oh, like making $1 million a year is like that's all you want to do, bro. The number of people make $1 million a year is like none. So
Yeah.
it's like, fucking once you make like 300K a year, if you have like a good lifestyle, there's no difference in any extra dollar. Doesn't make jack shit difference.
Also, worry about that once you start making $1 million a year, bro.
Yeah.
Like, once you start making $1 million a year, then you can go, like, so there's companies that do $15 to $20 million a year wholesaling and flipping, and then they start doing other stuff. They start running marketing agencies, and they like, there's a perfect example of the guys that I just signed up to do my direct mail. Like, those guys fucking run a really successful business, and they go, oh, well, maybe we could do more, but we have to go somewhere else. So they do direct mail now, like, but get there first.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, it's a future problem. Like, it's a future problem, solve it later.
Yeah.
Classics, fuck bitches get money. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, if you don't have money, you should say fuck bitches get money. And then bitches will say, can I fuck you for your money?
I don't know where the fuck that went, but I will say that if there's one thing that you guys should take away from this, it's I do not believe that you should get into wholesaling if you have $0 in your bank account. I don't think that wholesaling is a good vehicle for people that have zero. Like, if you can't pay your rent, bro, it takes 60 to 90 days to get a deal, like maybe 30 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Which still isn't good enough. And then even then, like, there's skills that you need to learn. If you're dead broke, like, you are dead broke, you're living paycheck to paycheck.
What do you think the best thing is to do if you're dead broke?
Get a sales job with a small base. Yeah. Like good upside commission, small base. I would be selling something that I can get paid out really quick. So you have 50K, bro. You're not that broke. I mean, you're not like dead
way broker than you, for sure. You're actually good. You're for where you're at. You're in a solid spot.
Why did you just say? What was he saying earlier? Like, you live with your mom, bro. First off, go get out of your house. But dude, you have 50K. Go learn, increase your skills, so that way when you dump the money into your marketing, it's going to come back. But like, if you have $50,000 to invest, you could turn that into $200,000 in the next 3 to 4 months if you just have the right skills. You know what I mean?
You're definitely right. 50K ain't shit in the long term, but it's a lot to work with in the short term. You can turn it into
like, there's guys that are watching this right now that probably have less than 5K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think if you're dead broke, bro, go get a sales job and something that you can kind of start to run like your own business with, like being a mortgage broker, I think is a good opportunity. Life insurance is a really good opportunity. Even no, not just selling real estate. I don't think that's a great opportunity, but something where you can like have like a lot of volume and a lot of reps. I think that I think that that's a good opportunity that you could get into, and you can start to kind of build your own book of business and start to build your own sort of a business and learn some skills there, and then put away a good bit of money. And then once you put that money away, then you go, okay, cool. Like you got $50,000, bro. Uh, Go dump that into marketing. And if you dump 50K into marketing, that should turn into $200,000 at least, you know, maybe 150, worst case scenario.
Yep, totally. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he said he's hard to track KPIs. It's like a war zone. SMS is fucked. So many.
Your language sucks, bro.
This dude's
You're
got to be like
talking.
15.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trolling us now. He's
I think
talking like a loser though. Like you're talking all the like your language is so negative. Like you're talking everything is fucked and this is all bad and you're broke and all
yeah.
these things. Like if I were if you were in my shoes, if I was in your shoes, I don't know, 5 years ago and I had $50,000, I wouldn't be thinking. I'd be like, damn, I got $50,000 to go spend, and the only thing I'd be asking is, how much should I spend and how soon? And that would be my question. And then how do I make sure that I get everything out of
No
it?
expenses. Yeah, like when you get no expenses, it's fucking reinvest it into skills. It's the best
Yeah.
time for you to do it, honestly.
Uh, okay. So remember earlier when we were talking about um, when people ask questions that I've already answered. So can you talk about your full process for doing KPIs? I have an entire video of that. If you go to my YouTube channel, which you're on right now, and you go watch, just look up look up Resimply or no, look up CRM best practices. Go ahead.
Luminal, I don't know. I'm fucking fucking. I got sick brain. He said he's got 100K. How should he spend it? How much should I spend and how soon if I have 100K? Which you're spending 3K a month right now on ads. And you get a 16K deal closing. You said so you're gonna increase your marketing. I mean, dude, if you got 100K in the bank, I mean, realistically, if you have, again, there's a difference in business and personal. Making sure you have, you know, minimum 6 months, yeah, in both.
Yeah, but if he takes 12 and he puts that 12 months away, then he can take the rest he could risk. Like he
Yeah,
can just take huge
totally.
risk with.
Yeah, 100%. Then basically the rest of it you could risk.
So a lot of this depends on your like
You'll
I don't
find
we have there's so much context. Like how old are you, bro? If you're 18, it's gonna be a different answer than if you're 65. And let me go back to that question. What's your risk tolerance? What's your overall goal? Are you trying to become, like, are you trying to become a 100 millionaire? Are you trying to just make enough to make 10K a month, 15K a month? Like, we couldn't give you, I couldn't give you like a full answer without a little bit more context, but I could tell you, like, if I were in your shoes, and I'm assuming that you're between the ages of 18 and 35, I'm just going to assume that. And I have no idea, but let's say that you are between those ages. And you're really just trying to get to, a comfortable 40, 50K a month net. I would go, let me put away 12 months of expenses. So I have like my baseline covered. And then I'll put some away for education to make sure that that money doesn't go to waste, because you could completely burn, all $80,000 or 60, whatever is left. So I make sure that I put some away to make sure I don't burn it. And then the rest I would go straight into ads and revamping my business, like putting it back into the business. And then as you start to get that money back, like I'm stacking some aside for longer term investments, like buying real estate. I like my personal strategy is just to buy real estate, but maybe for you it's like a 401k or putting it in the stocks and things like that. Like you should always put a percentage of that back as you're making more money. But and honestly, you could start with that right now at 100K. Just need to learn the process. I don't need to buy a license to do here from Canada, and he's 30. So yeah, go find something, dude, or find something with a license. All right, go make calls. Bedtime lullaby.
Yeah,
But don't be a lullaby baby. Start making money.
Let's do it. Make some fucking money, baby. Come back after Christmas and let us know how it went.
Cool. Yeah, Merry Christmas. I forgot about that.
Dude, I forgot.
53% tax.
Dude, that's fucking gay.
That is gay, bro. I mean, dude, shit. I did not get ahead of my taxes this year, so I'm gonna have to pay. Like I did not mitigate my tax burden, I should have. So not enough. I'm not in a good spot either. And then, technically, well, I'm not gonna go too much into that on the live stream. But yeah, there's also the part of me living between the United States and Colombia and stuff like that. So
do you get any kind of double taxation situation?
Not double tax or no negative benefits either. But maybe one day I'll move to Puerto Rico.
John, how do you think I should handle this objection?
Go ahead.
Chandler, how much do you charge for Facebook ads? I'm just kidding.
So you want me to actually answer that? I would say,
how would you actually handle that? Someone asked you that, like live on
I have no idea anything about your business, or even if I would do your Facebook ads for you. So I would need to hop on a call to even see if I could. So somebody asked me on my webinar last week, how much is it? And I was like, I don't know, bro. I have a program for $200 a month and I have a program for $50,000. How would I fucking know if I don't know anything about you? And I told him to get fucked. And so it's like somebody like texting you, how much can you buy my house for? It's like, I don't know. Do you need to close in 2 weeks, or do you want to close in February, or what's the condition of the home? Right. Like, there's so many, are there tenants there? Are they paying? There's so many different questions that you'd have to ask. Damn, you just dropped your personal cell like that? It's crazy.
Bro, I have 4,000 unread text, so if you text me and I don't reply, it's not really much of a lift for me. But Sergio just text me, bro. I'll talk to you.
And then how much is John Lawn coaching? I can't just answer that. Between $200 a month and $50,000, bro. I will tell you though, for you guys that are still on, if you are considering my coaching, our prices are going to go up between $3,000 to $5,000 starting January 1st. And there's not going to be one-on-ones after January 1st either. So I'll do like a few as needed, but my calendar is getting, like, due to demand, we have to increase prices. That's the main reason. There's people are hearing about it word of mouth, and people are joining faster than we can hire coaches. So we're jacking up prices, and also I literally physically don't have more time to do one-on-one. So bedtime lullaby, might you want to use that $50,000 and book a call with me, big dog, before the prices go up. I need to buy a biz in the States or get a sales job or some duplexes. That's all over. I need to buy a biz or get a sales job or some duplexes. All right, bedtime lullaby. Find me on Instagram, bro. DM me and I'll talk to you. Oh, we rolling? We hopping off?
Wait,
all right, cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to stay on, but do you want to stay on?
I don't know. I didn't know if we were hopping off. Let me see what I have for the rest of the day. No, I think I have to run too, but we'll title this one what to do if you are dead broke, and how to spend your money.
How to spend your money.
Awesome. Well, Chandler, right. I will text you. You guys, Merry Christmas. And if you guys want to reach out to us for any of the help with stuff that we talked about, you can hit us up on Instagram.
Hit us up, boys. John, Merry Christmas, brother. I'll talk to you next week, I'm sure.
Feliz Navidad. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.